Hi, friends. It's Z. This is In Divine Timing, the podcast where we are bringing light to the divine orchestration of our lives. Everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to happen, exactly when it's supposed to happen, exactly where it's supposed to happen. Originally, I was going to do today's episode on EFT tapping. Why is everybody tapping on their face? And then the universe was like, no. And I was like, okay, universe. Well, then what is it that I'm supposed to do? And universe was like, girl, chill. And I was like, I made a commitment, universe. So, with all of that being said, today's episode is actually all about listening to the energy within us and surrounding us and what is that energy trying to tell us. So today I woke up with a migraine, which doesn't happen often. Yesterday I didn't get that much sleep, so that's probably where the migraine came from. And it's hot as fuck. So I'm over here trying to get all of my stuff done, and I find myself pacing, moving, bouncing around from outside to my office, to my bedroom, to my kitchen, to back outside. My dogs, their energy is like up hella crazy too. And I'm like, all right, something's going on. My body doesn't feel right. My body doesn't want to do what I had planned for it to do. So, how can I listen in to what the universe and my body and my dogs are trying to tell me right now? Because obviously, today is not the day to have my head buried in work, which is what I wanted to do. But today wasn't the day for that. Can you tell I'm kind of salty? Do you guys ever have days like that where you planned everything out so beautifully, but then it just didn't work out? There is a reason for that. Energy, is energy. Let's just start there. Energy is energy. There are things that are happening in places and spaces that we can't see that impact us directly. I'm going to give you an example of a non visual form of energy impacting us. Okay, here we go. Story time. I was walking with my friend the other day and we passed this brick wall, and obviously it's summertime, the sun was out. This brick wall was so hot, it was exuding heat off of the wall. Like the air surrounding it, like on the far side of me, wasn't hot, but the air next to the brick wall, that shit was so hot that I had to move away from the wall. And that is a perfect example of how energy is energy. Let's just talk about how Mercury is about to go in retrograde here in 2 days. It's about to be time to rethink, reconsider, reassess, realign. Look at your situation. Look at what you're doing. What's working for you? What's not working for you? What's coming up that is trying to be relevant? Does it need to be relevant, or did we leave it in the past for a reason? Okay, so today's energy had me having to slow down and be present. The energy inside of my body was unsettled. It didn't matter where I was going. There was a reason for that. And then my energy being unsettled passed energy to my dogs. And so then my dogs were unsettled and they were trying to make me feel better. And it was just a whole lot of chaos happening all over the place. How does it feel, listeners, family, friends? How does it feel when things inside of you are unsettled? If there was a little baby child with unsettled feelings, what do we do? How do we guide the child to settle down? We ground them. We give them kindness. We give them comfort. We give them direction. So my energy was all over the place. My dog's energy was all over the place. I had to look at myself and be like, universe, what do I need to do? Universe said, sit down. I said, okay, universe. So we went outside. Went outside. I laid in the grass. I immediately felt better. I was like, oh. And I read my cards yesterday, and my card, the first card that came out, said nature. Universe has been telling me that although I might have all of these things that I want to get done, everything happens in divine timing. And I need to pay attention to what's going on in my inner world and not so much what's going on in my outer world. Because we might have all of these beautiful plans that we think are going to get us to a point of success. But how is it that we are supposed to be successful if we are not yet whole within ourselves? And your wholeness, it fluctuates, you know. There are different parts and pieces of you that, you know, like our energy. We spend energy here, we spend energy there, and sometimes we might give a little too much to our work. And so then we need some rest, relaxation, and play. Where is your energy asking you to give it a little bit more love and to put up some boundaries? This is the question. So, as above, so below, as within, so without. There will be things happening in your outer world that will tell you if things in your inner world are not going right. For instance, when we are on our way to go to an event or the grocery store or something, and the day has been hectic. You know, when you guys just have those hectic ass days and you just have all this stuff that you want to get done, but then you misplace your keys, and then the dog goes like and tears something up, and then on the way out the door, you like drop everything out of your purse, and then you like open the car door and like hit yourself in the face. There is a reason for it, friends. The reason is that the universe is trying to get you to slow down. You might find that 20 minutes later, when you leave, you look at the GPS and it says that there was a crash that just happened 20 minutes ago where you would have been had you left the house on time. This shit is real. I can't fake it. So, how do you know when to listen? How do you know when to listen? And how do you know how to listen? The best thing that I can tell you is take your time. Everything happens in divine timing. And when you trust that everything happens in divine timing, you are not going to rush. You are going to give yourself the opportunity to plan and to be efficient. You're going to give yourself the opportunity to be present. Okay, so if you're feeling like you're in a rush, slow down. I'm going to give you guys a story time. This is a really silly story time. When I was in high school, I walked to school, and I would time myself on the way to school because I really didn't like to get there early. Everybody liked to get to school early and they would like to socialize, and that just gave me a lot of anxiety. So I would time myself so I would get to class exactly when I needed to be there. Like, bell rings, I'm in my seat. I found the days where I was rushing, speed walking, took me longer than the days where I just relaxed and walked like I didn't give a fuck. I got to school faster walking relaxed than I did when I was speed walking, which is crazy because I left the house at the same time. But everything happens in divine timing. Everything is energetic. On the days where I would speed walk, I would trip, I would drop things. There would be like cars. Universe wants me to slow down because the energy inside of me is riled up. So when the energy inside of you is calm, It opens up a pathway for alignment. How do you know when to listen? Ask yourself, how am I feeling? Do I feel at ease? Do I feel trust? Or do I feel constricted? Do I feel afraid? Do I feel nervous? If you're feeling at ease, if you're feeling trust, everything is going to go exactly how it's supposed to. This life is here to teach us how to trust. So when it is that we are feeling fear, when it is that we're feeling constricted, the universe is always going to guide us and give us the opportunity to see what is it that this lesson is trying to teach us. How can we lean into our faith? How can we lean into our truth? How is it that we can trust the situation, trust ourselves, trust our inner compass? You know, when you're driving down the freeway and you see that car that is swerving in and out of traffic and you're just over here minding your business and the car is like riding your ass and then it zooms past you and then it goes and rides somebody else's ass and it zooms past them. And then you're just in your car, you're jamming. And like 10 minutes later, you see them pulled over. And then you're like, that's what you get. That's energy. That is a divine depiction of what aligned, faithful, true energy looks like. I think that's like one of my favorite things to see when I'm driving because I just be minding my business, you know. How do you know what to do when you're feeling constricted? How do you know what to do when you're feeling afraid? Slow down, take a breath, ask yourself, what is it that I need right now? What is it that I need right now? Do I need a glass of water? Do I just need a moment? Do I need a laugh? Do I need a snack? When you give yourself what it is that you need rather than doing what you think is necessary, there is a huge difference in the way the cookie will crumble. What you think is necessary is going to get done either way, but it's going to happen exactly how it's supposed to happen. So you can learn the lesson that you were meant to learn, which is having faith and honoring yourself. How is it that you're going to honor yourself in this situation? I used to feel really bad about canceling plans and running late, and that would literally make me feel sick because I would rush and rush and rush, and then I'd have all of this guilty energy inside of me. And my friends, my family, coworkers, they would tell me most people don't care. Most people don't care. They're telling me that I cared more than other people cared because everybody's living in their own world, you know? So when I started practicing being present with myself, yes, I was still late. And yes, I still be late sometimes. I'm a Sagittarius. We are optimistic with our time. But I'll say that I am less late now than I ever was before because I took the time to forgive myself and to give myself what it is that I need. And in that process, I learn more about myself and what I need to be more efficient and effective to keep my word, to be in integrity with how I desire to be, who I desire to be. Because I don't want to be the person that's late all the time. I don't want that. But the reality is, a girl gets travel anxiety like a motherfucker. I was just talking to my friend the other day. I was like, look, whenever I'm going to a new place for the first time, you can expect that I'll be about 30 minutes late because I don't know I don't know where to go, what to do. I'm like overthinking everything. But after I'm there the first time, I'll likely be on time because I know what to expect. But until then, it's not going to happen. And I trust that about myself. I trust that I have friends and family and people in my life who listen to me, hear me, see me, and understand me. And I trust that they accept me for who I am because I accept me for who I am. I communicate effectively and I let them know the things that I know about myself. And if it's something that I'm learning about myself, I communicate that as well. When it happens, I communicate. There's nothing bad to feel about it, you know? So energy is always here with a message, right? Whether it's the energy of sadness, the energy of love, the energy of frustration, the energy of guilt, the energy of excitement. All of these energies are delivering a message to help you learn more about you and how to trust and have faith in the divine orchestration of your life. If you know somebody who's always running late, or if you know somebody who feels guilty for canceling plans or running late, if you know somebody who is on a journey of accepting themselves for who they are, or on a spiritual journey wanting to learn a little bit about energy, send this to them. Share this with them. Share this with your mom, share this with your friend, share this if it resonates, share this if you like the way that my voice sounds, just share it. Why not? Sharing is caring. If my energy resonates with you, you might be an ambitious starseed on a journey of self discovery, and you're probably looking for tools, guidance, and community to support you as you release your limiting beliefs, to connect with your soul self and the universe on a deeper level. This podcast found you divinely. I just wanted to let you know I host a community. We are called the Elevated and Sacred Embodiment Collective, and we are all on divine mission of self-discovery and self-mastery. Inside my community, you will find a 3-phase transformation method that I have created that has helped members hit $15,000 months, find clarity and balance after burnout, and manifest their dream opportunities like quitting their day job and taking action towards living the life that they dream of, and progressing towards a healed nervous system. So if that sounds like your vibe, come on into the community, join us. We'd love to have you. Other announcements, I have a fun workshop on August 8th, 2025. And if you're listening to this after August 8th, 2025, the workshop will be available for purchase and replay. The workshop is all about soul self activation. In this workshop, you're going to be meeting your higher self. You're going to receive their name. You're going to open up a portal to form a deep relationship with them, learn how to connect and align with them every day. And there will be a special surprise for those of you who join with us live. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. I love you. Keep listening to the energy within you, keep listening to the energy outside of you, and remember to always honor yourself. Bye.